Alright, I'm live. I'm live. Let me go ahead and drink some water as we get going. I haven't had enough water today. Alright. Oh, I think we're live. I don't know. Let me refresh Twitch. No, it says the stream's going good. Alright. Cool. Alright, if you are watching this and you're not Nicodemus, hey Nicodemus, you're probably watching the VOD, so thanks for that. Sub if you like it, unsub if you don't. Hey Quicksana, what's up Justin Beard? Today, what are we going to do today? Depends on what goes on in Slack. Depends on Slack, I think. Scrolling through Slack. Our discussion. Before the stream started, we have been talking a little bit about character models, some new character model stuff, and some discussion has come up because of that. Hey, Chinny D. I'm going to say hello again, Quicksana, just because I was distracted. And the first time I said it, and I'll say hello, Justin Beard, and Nicodemus again. We're caught up. Sarinth, Olo, Corinth, Cornbread, Costanza. What are we drinking today? We're drinking apricot strawberry Red Bull. Will the Beastmaster class be more oriented to a warden per like EQ or more feral druid like WoW with battling in forms? Say my belief is former more than the latter, but I could be wrong. You should hit up our Discord. Here's our Discord. If the robot's working today. Is the bot working? Bot's not fucking working. Is it? Let me fix the bot. And then I'll give you the link. What's going on, bot? Let me restart it and see if it works. I'll give you the Discord link, and then you can ask in there. Be sure to tag Nick, and if the answer is not already in there, if you search our Discord, you'll find a lot of information. Hey, Jintaki. Alright, let's try it again. I'm going to push the button again and see what happens. There we go. Now it's working. Cool. Let me log back in. Sorry, I was just being a smartass in Slack. Nick had discovered the arachnophobia mode in WoW, I think, where it changes the spiders to crabs or something for people that have arachnophobia. And John said that his game actually received a surprising number of requests for an arachnophobia mode, since they have large spiders on some islands, and he didn't realize it was as widespread as it was. And I had to throw out there, our forefathers stormed the beaches of Normandy and fought a revolution against the world's greatest empire. Well, biggest, not greatest. What's wrong with people? How did we get so soft? Don't answer that. This is a... I ask that and then I'm like, don't answer it. Don't answer it. We're not allowed to have these types of discussions on stream or in Discord. Think about it amongst yourselves. You asked Pattis on his stream the other day, but he said ask Ollie, so I'll ask you. That does not sound like you're following instructions. Alright. But I guess I'll read the rest of this. Is there a plan for test server players can upload their tunes to help with new content testing and bugs when the game goes live? It's not only feasible, but it probably wouldn't be... it wouldn't be a shock if we do something like that. Let's just say that. Possum. Bot needed coffee, I guess. Yeah, I had to turn it off and back on again. Yeah, Possum. Test servers, living test servers are not a bad idea. Test communities are cool. Should be a mode turn everything to a spider. I think that would be funny. Chini D said arachnophobia mode in Satisfactory turns the spiders into kittens. I just think of I don't want to make anybody on the internet mad, but I think it's just bullshit. It's just bullshit. Hello, Bjorn. The title for this VOD will be Arachnophobia Mode is Bullshit. You're afraid of subscriptions? Can there be a free mode? You freaked the F out last spring when you had an ant problem because you left your window open too long? You left your window open. That's how we get ants, Lana. That's how we get ants. What about people that are afraid of snakes or clouds or... No one's afraid of gnomes. I see what you're doing, John. Oh, okay. What was I doing before we kicked off that discussion? Alright. I will say that if we wind up getting all the stakeholders together, maybe we'll just do the discussion that I was saying we need to have in Slack. We'll just do it on stream. That would be interesting. That would be very open game development. We're pushing the boundaries of open game development. Now that people are starting to do open game development because it's cool, we're going to do TMI development. Whole community sits in on the staff meeting. Yeah, sure, why not? TMI development for the win. Enoch? I liked your book. Thanks for the follow. Are you able to fix the new character alignment and yes no box being backwards, or is that someone else's job? Everything is someone else's job. Based creep book indeed. Right on. EA and Ubisoft. How can we sell battle passes on open game development on stream? Oh man, I'm absolutely certain that we could come up with a way to milk this for more money. How's the hand doing? Phantom feeling at all? Believe it or not, most of the phantom pain's gone, even if I'm not thinking about it. Like if I'm not conscious of it. I don't feel a thing. Yeah, it's been what's it been now? So I got it done what was that? Like was it the 29th? Or was that when my other surgery was supposed to have happened? Anyways, I think it's only been like 6 weeks or something like that. And yeah, it's healed. It's healed. Like it doesn't look, you can barely even see the scar now. It almost looks like a wrinkle, like, you know, a knuckle wrinkle. So cool, man. I'm a healer. I don't just play one. I am one. Tattoo a fingernail on there. I've seen prosthetics with fingernails and stuff. No, I'm gonna go hopefully sometime soon and see about getting the little mechanical prosthetic that I was checking out beforehand. Yeah, John, I was joking with Jasmine about the whole Wolverine thing. Let's see. So I was setting up some NPCs, but I think I've got some base NPCs now. So in theory, I could just go in and start plopping them in the zone. But beforehand, much earlier in the day, I was just setting up some NPCs so they will at least have like a base look. To get us started, because we've got some bandits, some workers that work at the salt mine. They gather salt, and we've got some cultists to place. Any more lore done on gods in the game? Can't wait to learn more. No. There's been some really minor discussion, but it's basically been put kind of on the schedule. It's like, hey, let's tackle that separately. So there hasn't been any real active work on them. Lore-wise, been some more work on Night Harbor faction. One of the Night Harbor factions to help give us the factions that we need. Dargon, hello. Do we have a playtest date next? Please tell me it's 420. No, because there's another playtest going on this weekend. Are you guys playing in the Eco playtest? Here, check out this link. We got the Eco playtest to do this weekend. So get Eco going. And enjoy your 420. I mean, we joked a bunch. It's such a great date to do stuff on, right? It's such a memorable date that we joked about wanting to do some stuff on 420, but Hidden Tree and crew already had it. They already claimed it. So yeah, I was just doing a little dress up earlier today. Dress up this guy. Dress up. This guy. Let me check the database, because there's another guy that's supposed to, I'm curious if I failed to save him or what. You used to live with a bunch of hippies and you baked them brownies? Right on. Yeah, one of my jobs, a few jobs back, I'd come home from lunch and I had this thing where I really loved making. There's like one of those Betty Crocker instant brownie mixes was like a really, I think there were maybe a couple of them that were really good. And they definitely they did that up right. Whether we're there or not, I think Eminem's Halflings will be doing something on 420. Oh, for sure. Eco already has hemp in the game, so they're ready. Right on. Easy Bake Oven Brownie Mix was the go. Yeah, man. There's some great flavors too. Alright, so we got Occultist here, but there's another... This guy's supposed to look different. I wonder if I didn't save out. The server kept dropping earlier, it seemed like. Alright, it got reversed. That's what happened. This robe's not done yet, but I was like, I'm still going to use it for now. So, I grabbed this robe. But I got the dudes are their outfits are backwards though. How do I want to fix this? I'm gonna fix it in a database. I'm gonna be silly. City 45. Can you sub? You cannot sub here, unfortunately. I would love to take your money, but we ran into some. So I'm an American. I live in Germany, and Germany's kind of weird about their tax law, and so I had subs and stuff going, and there were some questions about how that was going to be handled, because if you got money coming in, then you're self-employed and you got to do like some weird, it seemed to be some jump through hoops and shit that just wasn't worthwhile. The cash was appreciated, but it was, I never had a ton of subs. There would be some times where like crazy people would come in, like Nicodemus back in the day, or D Loves Pudding or whatever, and drop like 100 gift subs. But for the most part, I think I was bringing in like $200 a month or something, or $250 a month, and that, as much as it was appreciated, we'd just spend it on like software and shit, Eminem stuff. It wasn't worth that potential hassle. And so the other thing that we could do in theory is I could sign up in a way where it directs the sub money to the company. We have a little bank account, right? But then the problem we run into is, again, like, if I was a better streamer and we had like just shitloads of people in here all the time and tons of subs, then it might justify it, because then it would make it worthwhile to pay someone to actually do the bookkeeping. And then cool, right? But right now, I think, with the money that was coming in, it would cost more to have a bookkeeper, and like, I don't want to do it. Ollie doesn't want to do it. Nick doesn't want to do it, right? So, I mean, bookkeeping's a pain in the ass. So with that in mind, it was just like, you know what? I'm just going to renounce my affiliate status, and that'll be that. And then later on, when we're at a point where we feel like we're cool with money coming in, then hopefully there's enough money coming in that the bookkeeping's handled. Rediker said, question, if a robe clearly shows a hood as part of the texture, will there be a hood, sash hood option to show over the head? No plans for that at the moment. I was looking at that hood earlier, to be honest. I was looking at that hood and like, because I want to give them a hood. Like, give this guy a hood. So it'll be double hooded. He'll have hoods. Or maybe I'll leave it down. Welcome to the hood. Hey, Ysan, what's up, buddy? Doing taxes in Germany just as painful as doing it in the US? In certain situations. Otherwise, no, not really. But I think if you're self-employed, it's kind of a pain in the ass. In Sweden, that was, I think, the easiest. You basically just like text them. It was a ridiculous process where it's just kind of like, because they've got all your information. You can't do anything in Sweden without the government knowing. So you're just like, hey, text time. And then they're like, okay, your taxes are finished. Hey, do. And then, boom, you're good. Dargon said, I was in Germany before deployment for like 2 days and was talking to a couple in a donor shop in the train station. They were talking about German taxes and not being able to find work. Yeah, it can be a little rough over here. The land of bureaucracy. Hey, Lich, what's going on, buddy? All right, so let me finish fixing this. Shit, I pushed the button twice. I'm so sorry. I thought for sure, I double clicked the button. Thought for sure I wasn't going to sneeze into your face. I fudged up. Yeah, I'm so sorry for that. Press the... Oh, fuck. Fucking streaming. I can't talk. Why do I do this? Why do I do this? I could just be sitting there working. I could just be headphones on, listening to some... Here I am, just... That's a 50 DKP minus Chintaki. Oh, Hemlocks. Oh, you know what, Hemlocks? Thank you for reminding me. About 8 times now, I've thought I need to add a command that links to the website that has all this info. So, Monsters and Memories Early Access. This is not the stream I paid for. Well, guess you're shit out of luck. Just remember when this game goes live, if you ever watch one of these streams and you're like, this is absolutely unprofessional behavior, and I would have never expected this kind of bullshit from a professional game developer, but I like it. If you like sticking it to the man, if you like sticking up for the little guy, fighting the system, if you want to fight the power, then subscribe. Subscribe. Don't even subscribe. Subscribe. Being super PR is gross. And Farish, I am so unable to articulate a thought. I am so against that sort of polished PR kind of vibe. The poor team, man. The team will be like, whenever something comes up, it'll be like, oh man, we should do this. And I'm like, I'm always afraid that certain things will make us feel inauthentic. I just don't. I never want you guys to think that we're bullshitting you. You may not like us. You know, you may not agree with certain things, but I don't want to bullshit you. I don't want to do it. So what would be a good name for this command? It's exclamation mark, and then a word. Dargon said, "No, dude, this is the most transparent I've ever seen a game dev company." The funny thing was we were being super transparent, but I think a lot of people were like, "But they're not really a game dev company." Right? So it's like, EA or FAQ? EA info? Maybe I need to do a few of them. That way people don't miss it. But anyways, I think more and more people are realizing like, oh shit, they're really making a game. Bang word is the usual nomenclature for it. Dozakar, are you being for real? That sounds dirty. But anyways, just realize that if you guys don't sub later on, then all this bullshit's for nothing, right? We can't stick it to the man. We can't. You're not going to encourage more game developers to act like this if you don't give us your money later. You're so ready to stick it, Quixana? I'm so ready to stick it to a man. Clipped. I know it's coming. Enjoy the stream while the Red Bull works. I'm so old that you're gonna get about 20 minutes of sass out of me, and then I'm gonna fall asleep. Possum said, I just figured when the game goes live, there'll be a back charge of all the stupid comments I made that you kept track of. First month will be fun. Oh, we should fine you. Wouldn't that be awesome? Oh my God. How do you feel about that business model? We literally fine you money. We would have such a good, our community would be so well behaved. And we'll do it like the German Autobahn. It'll be based on a percentage of your actual income. Unless you're poor, then we're just going to take all your money. It's not, well, yeah, I guess it is kind of like communism because we'd redistribute all your wealth to us. Greetings, user. We are a pick one, spontaneous, open, fun game company. We do things, pick one, off the cuff, on the fly, for fun. We hope you enjoy the personalized interaction with us. Game company. Plan on rigging the Powerball, my favorite, and helping you guys out. Hell yeah, Enoch. Like we always say, we cannot give financial advice, but if you want to support us, if you're like, how do I give you $15 now? Just go buy lottery tickets. Only one of us has to win, boys and girls. That's true. That is the spirit, Dargon. Welcome. Commands, new command. You'll split the $4 with us. You won the other day. Reinvest. Reinvest. Okay, so the command, it's a bang word apparently. Tali said you're going to take my money and you're going to enjoy it. Yeah, when the time comes. Springfield said when it gets close, I'll be in OC and P99 spreading the word. Hell yeah. You guys will be like mad prophets. Alright, so FAQ, I think will be the one that we go with first. FAQ, user cooldown, 1 minute, because you guys can't be trusted. And learn more about early access. Here. We'll improve that. We'll iterate later. You can trust me, bro. Unrelated question. What is the name of your favorite childhood pet? I can tell you because I've never ever used that one. Do you want me to tell you? I've never used it. What made y'all decide to go with early access versus a beta than launch? Early access, a paid early access seemed more in keeping with our approach and in keeping with what we're actually doing than calling it a paid beta. Because we want a beta, we're going to alpha and beta before we go into early access. But yeah, so yeah, I got distracted. I was reading you're asking me my mother's maiden name, where I went to high school, the name of my best friend, what type of first vehicle I ever owned, all the usuals. Tinleo? Thank you for the follow. Tell me how to pronounce your name. The answer to all of those is Chevy. Alpha comes before beta, nerd. Oh. I think alpha beta, did you just call me a nerd? I think alpha beta release doesn't make a lot of sense for an MMO because MMOs are always a work in progress. As long as they exist, Corvid said. Yeah, I mean, I think we're just going to use it in kind of the classical terms, which is just 2 focused test periods. Hey, Baloo. What's up, Simon? Yes, MMOs are perpetually unfinished products. Oh, maybe we should make a we should make a pup, a perpetually unfinished product. Hey, Ollie. Oh, get serious again, guys. The boss is in. Oh, lambda release. We should change our beta to lambda. Oh, alpha should be lambda. And then beta should be lambda mu. No, don't start throwing other Greek in there. If you know, you know. I'll make another command for roadmaps too. How about that? Well, let me check Slack, see if it's popping off. Is it popping off yet? Is it? It's not. Let me see. Okay. Nothing crazy yet. Ollie, I was saying if we have to, then we could even have like the art discussion on stream. Since we're pioneering, instead of open development, we're pioneering TMI development. Was it Omega? Oh, I was wrong, Darius. You're right. It wasn't Lambda Mu, it was Omega Mu. You're right. Thank you. Ollie's like, geez, I sure hope my finger doesn't slip and hit the playtest button. What a troll. Oh my gosh. Roadmap. Yes, you're right. Omega Mu was it. That's correct. Just let me play the damn game. First time chat says nerds. Oh my god, I loved Ogre so much when I was a kid. Remember, he was also in that HBO show, was it First and 10, or it was a football show. First and something. Not inside the NFL. That was about actual football. There was like a sort of comedy. For the minute roadmap, click. Yeah, guys, you don't understand. How much. Yeah, he was good in Bloodsport as well. It was First and 10. Right on. Thanks, Lich. You don't understand. I don't know about the rest of the team, because I think the rest of the team has a different level of professionalism, different chip on their shoulder, whatever. But you don't understand how much I'm actually motivated by the idea of just completely doing it in our fucked up kind of crazy approach to making a game, and, you know, being moderately successful enough to have a little company. That's all we want. That's all we want, Santa. Just moderate success. Oh, because it would feel so good. It'd feel so good to not do it the same bullshit ass way. Oh. Somebody recently, I was looking at YouTube comments this morning, and someone made the comment that I have a soothing voice, and I've got to tell you, as much as I've hated my voice my entire life, to hear that, well, one, kind of just feels weird and bullshitty, but is honestly was kind of nice when people say that. But then I'm like, is it still soothing when I say shit like this? The real is relatable. I think that's why people value authenticity. Lots of snakes out there. Are you trying to say real recognize real? Sean Silky Lord, we call you. And it's not just because I'm wearing the panties. Oh my, yeah. I wish I could do impressions. Oh my god, if I could do impressions, I would be a great streamer. All right, so we got this. Ollie, it is, there's some interesting placeholders in here. There's some interesting placeholders that got tossed in here. When can I create a wood elf in the meat realm? Oh, you may be able to do it now. What's up, Vumanji? I've literally got clothes that look like this IRL. Bought them last one. You got a robe that looks this dope? Oh my god, you gotta send pics. Ollie, send pics. Alright, let's... The Woo Delph is a, work in progress. Playable Ratman race win. That is a stretch goal for when we hit 100,000 subscribers. So nope, doesn't have to be a particular expansion. Wu-Tang Elves. Who was it last time that hopped on that one? Wu-Tang Elves. It's for the children. Simon said there's supposed to be a lectern on the wall opposite the braziers, but I have no idea what I did with it. If you got any cultist specific items, we should. Awesome. That's awesome. Simon was working on a cultist area, and it surprised me. I didn't know it was in there, and I was like, oh man, that's dope. That's dope. Lich, what is wrong with you? Why are you unhappy? Wouldn't it be crazy if you got Eco this weekend, Eminem next weekend? It would be crazy because I know how many things we want to get fixed before we let you guys back in here. And if they're all fixed by then, excuse me. Oh, that's what you're getting the vapors about, Lich? The mere mention of corpse summoning NPC triggers your sensible nature. It doesn't trigger your sensible nature. If you're sensible, you'd realize that we'd be balancing whatever we put in that regard, we'll be balancing that against ensuring that we don't completely nerf the shit out of the experience. But you feel free to clutch your pearls, buddy. Do it. Do it. Brad recognized corpse runs as the most divisive issue among EQ fans, but he himself felt it was too harsh. Corpse runs were too harsh? I don't know if that's true, but if that's true, then I would say that Brad was wrong on that one. Let me... John said, I'd say the complete death experience in OGEQ was too much, but not just the CR part. What do you mean, like corpse rot? Key value, thank you for the follow. Possum said, will mob AI be simple or complex? Like, will enemies change tactics if you keep attacking the same way? Or just repeat general attacks? Would be cool if you had to camp every once in a while the respawn changes timing. They attack differently, catch you off guard. Ollie responded, simple and predictable, just as we are. Yeah, assume simple. There may be some things that get in over time to cause some variation, but like just lots and lots of random behaviors and all that stuff. It sounds good on paper. What's the famous line? You think you want it, but you don't. Yeah, your corpse shouldn't just rot and disappear. Just let me in. I agree with that. You think you do, but you don't. All right. Ooh, she's sassy. Rotting was the problem, not the run. Yep. Yeah, agreed. It'll be something along the lines of, you know, if it hits a rot point, then like Ali said, it may wind up somewhere where you could get it back, but then you know, actually have to do some work to get it back. You have to buy your corpse back from the Adventurers Guild because somebody had to risk their ass to go in and get it. So you have to pay them. Hey, Reiko. Xiao Wang said, what if some silly player jumps into a well and dies at the bottom? To all the high-level mobs. Sounds like a good learning experience for them, and then they will have to either get their corpse back or pay. So one of the things I was thinking about with regards to some of these different mechanics that we could have where the game does certain things for you. We've talked about it. Talked about it in the past is like, even with the idea of like a player owned or a player controlled boat, right? Like this idea that there's a boat that you could take, right? We've got those. So the boat goes, but by making the boat less frequent or just making it less frequent, and then having the option for, if a player owns a boat, they can run a similar path, kind of at will, then that gives them the opportunity to do the same thing as like druids or wizards. But the same thing happens with regards to transporting goods. There could be an automated NPC based, you know, once every X number of days the goods are transported from here to there, and you can use that service, or you can use a player. Hell, we were just talking about we could have a if there's an adventurer's guild that'll eventually go dredge your corpse up out of the well eventually, maybe there's a little board where a player could take that task for a little cash, and you can put it up there. But all that's doing is making it a little bit more visible to do something you should do anyways, which is enlist the help of other players. Excuse me. I don't know. We'll play around with some of that shit. Cool. So I need to change her outfit. Is that belt part of her shirt or separate? It is separate. What was unprofessional? This discussion today has been so unprofessional, Ollie, I can't even keep track. Burping? This discussion brought to you today by Red Bull. Yeah. Damn, that's a pretty fly robe. Oh wait, that's my red robe, only different. This is a new professional. We sit trends. Tony, is there M&M merch? There is M&M merch. Is it available for you guys yet? It is not. The belt does look like it's painted on. Is it clever geometry or is it a decal? I don't know what kind of sorcery they use. It's painted on, but it's clever in how it's painted on. Layers. Yes, it's layers. It's a layered shader, guys. What's up, Hashpipe? Everybody is talking about 420 coming up, and I was thinking about you. Hope you're well. Getting over the flu here. Oh man, this sucks. Sorry to hear that you had the flu. What's up, Greg Mike? Senior Angus said, hey Sean, no, the game isn't available for purchase yet. Is it possible to make a E3 donation to the team, NWC? What is an E3 donation? I mean, an E10. I just said E3 because whatever, video games. E10D's nuts. Thank you, Senior. Okay. Fucking internet. What's it like to work on video games, Sean? Oh, it's great. It's great. You get to deal with people on the internet. Deal with people on the internet. It's not hurting cats. Apparently it is E10 nuts. E10 was pretty good setup. Is that a new one, or is that I'm unaware of internet culture at this point? Yeah, playtest for everyone except for Senior Angus. Yep, IP blocked. IP blocked. We'll see who's E10 then, young man. I'll be the martyr. He's like, oh, you know what? He'll take one for the team. Surely we need to test our ban system. Yes, Zukin. I forgot there's the arrow keys. What did you clip? Senior Angus said, hey Sean, no, the game isn't available for purchase yet. Is it possible to make a E3 donation to the team in WC? What is an E3 donation? I mean, an E10. I just said E3 because whatever video games. Well, it doesn't. The clip doesn't really work very well because apparently I can't read. Do you want to do it again so you can get a better clip? Take two. We're so authentic. The mistake adds charm. That is our tagline. What profession is she? She's likely to be a wizard. Mannequin? A lot of discussion in the roleplay server forum on Discord about voice over IP today. Interesting that the RP server might be the only server with a voice over IP. Yeah, well, it's... Oh, I hate that bug. People talking about whether or not it helps or hinders RP. Okay. It will help. Yeah, it'll help because just like Possum said, there will be rules. If people misuse it or whatever, then they'll get booted from the server. I mean, that's the style of server it is, right? Sounds like tech that needs to be built. Yeah. Or integrated. I don't know that we need to invent voice over IP. Seems like a... Oops. Seems kind of like a... Will eating jokes get you... booted? Yes. Thulan said also part of playing on RP is making sure you have a good mic. If not, it's a ban. It's actually in the questionnaire. Do games with voice over IP keep a log of what was said, like text chats? Maybe at bigger companies. Oops. I would just leave that on there for now. Don't... So, Mortis said, E10 jokes, that's a paddling. Bad mic, that's a paddling. Not using OSC properly, that's a paddling. Ali said, don't know why I read that as paladin. Exact same thing. Save NPC to database. Hey, Monty. Sure, I'll give her some fancy boots. Probed anything lately, Monty? Monty has been probing away behind the scenes. Monty has been probing so much and so hard. What's in-game gear gonna look like? Flash, you're pretty modest. Giant shoulder pads. You're literally gonna strap wood elves to your shoulders. Literally. Exciting, right? People will believe you when you say that? Of course they will. I'm trustworthy. Ollie doesn't believe me. What else is new? Giant shoulder pads. Team Bosch. You'll literally strap ships to your head. Literally. Each piece of in-game gear comes with a built-in mini fridge containing beverages from our sponsor. It's so dark in here. It is dark. Jasmine, are you working out or fighting crime? She put her tights on. Oh man. It's time to work out.
Maybe both. I actually did both. I worked out and I fought the first tick of the year.
Oh, you got a tick off the dog? First tick of the year. Look at us. What is this? What is this link? Vosh, I'll trust you. Wait a second. It said it's redirected me. Oh no, it's hacked my computer. Does Jasmine play MMOs? She played EQ on Eridoon until level 25 or 26, I think. And I forget what happened. She got distracted and I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait any longer. So I just left her behind. But I was proud of her. She had never played an MMO before. She has played she's played some RPGs in the past. She's German, so naturally she has played whatchamacallit. Oh, my memory's so bad when I'm streaming. She's played Gothic, of course. Thank you. I could not. Can you? You got to send me a different link, Vosh. It's so dark in here. This zone is a secret, super secret zone that you guys have not seen before. And so that's why it's so dark in here, so that you cannot see what's going on in here, because it's secret. I'm not joking. It's a secret zone. It's a secret. You would have to coordinate with the individual who is working on it, Ollie. Wink, wink. We have a secret zone being worked on by a secret surprise guest. And so you haven't seen it. Dargon said it's me. That's correct. It is Dargon. Surprise guest artist. Is it John Smedley? It is not. I'm not even gonna joke about that. I will never reveal the name until it's time to reveal the name. Smed Johnley? Is there a clickable link now? Okay. I'm clicking it this time. There we go. That's nice. In terms of, I mean, as far as crazy shoulder pads go, that's not bad. It's just like Steve from accounting, no one knows him. Looks like a certain concept that was shared in environment art today. It kind of did, didn't it? Didn't it? Zoning. Wonder if I'm gonna make it. Chango Mutney said, "Hi Sean, love the streams, bud." Thank you. Thanks, Chango. I like your name. Sounds delicious. Morak said, "Oh man, I actually made it to a live stream. Exciting. Look at you guys. So many of you. First timers. I'm excited to see you. You missed it earlier. Someone got me to say something about nuts. Is this the secret area? No, this is not. This is glass flats. We're working on glass flats. Simon's working on glass flats right now. And it is chock full of stuff. So I'm going to be adding some more stuff. Looks way different than last playtest. It is a bit different. They're going to be special glass golems in this area. Well, now that you gave us an idea for a mob, yes. There's some little salt elementals over here. I guess we'll have to come back when we actually have a golem model. Reminds you of Salt Lake City? Yes, because there's tunnels under it. Oh, Jintaki. World's least sturdy golems class. Oh, man. Yeah. we've got some environments still. We've still got some texture work to do. We've got placeholder textures on a lot of stuff. You know, like some texture work to do. But Simon's been getting the geo in, and I was doing a little bit of prop work. You can see my handiwork. I'm real good at putting barrels in zones. Did something move? Why is he walking through a tent now? Alright, let's start fixing shit. What are the mercenaries doing there? They're protecting the salt gatherers, Ollie. They've been hired to protect the people that gather the salt. We'll come back to these camps up here a little bit later to do some population work. We need salt worms. Man, these people are salty. What you doing, stupid mercenary, walking through a tent? The salt must flow. Yes. That's... Ah, man. I don't want to do that type of thing, but it would be fun to have that line in here. Stupid camera widget. I don't want to see it. Bandits on the other side of the lake are drinking their salt shakes. Exactly what they're doing. Alright. What's this goofy guy doing here? What is he doing? Why is he not walking correctly? Hey DDJ, what's going on? Camp decorating? I will be, this week I will probably be doing a little dungeon decorating in different parts of the different areas in the zone. Whenever whenever Simon's not whenever Simon's not busy in here. Oh, Simon added, oh, okay. Okay, he's already added some more. Awesome. Then we'll get some population there as well. Simon is currently working on this beast right here. Gemini said, I love Speed of the Wild, and Eco has Surge Wildfoot. Yes, we've all been inspired. D-May, what'd you ask? Do zones generally have their points of interest and general layout defined before building actual building modeling starts? Previous ones have been kind of back and forth. We've been doing a lot more upfront work, especially with Nicodemus on the team, because Nicodemus likes to go pretty hard on drawing beautiful colored maps. Which I think many of which we won't even be able to show you for a very long time just because they contain too many spoilers. Can't wait to mine all the salt crystals to sell in the mall. Exactly. Okay, so what is this? What was this dummy doing? What's... Oh, hey! Oh, cool. You found one of the, You found one of the cool new outfits, Ollie. Okay, Jasmine's gonna make some noise. I'm gonna mute the mic really quick. It is pretty tattered. I think I'm gonna wind up having to give these guys an item so that they've got a hood with a mask, because I want to give them little masks because the air out here is not very good. Super dusty. I could have sworn he was just walking through the tent though. I guess not. Can add attachments as appearance items now? Oh, nice. Oh, that'd be great. That's awesome, Zukin. Ah, you think it's a nav mesh issue? That's what I was wondering at first as well. Salt should make your tarnished weapons back into rusty weapons. You don't think that'd be going too far? That's funny when Zukin says we can add appearance items like that, and then Ollie's like, wait, we can do that? And then I'm curious. Pretty sure you set it up, silly Billy, Zukin said. I do a lot of shit. Yeah, it's funny how easy it is to start forgetting shit. Alright, this guy is not... Let's move him somewhere a little more. Why must I continue to select my camera? You just add the item head name into one of the slots in the DB. Do you know... Do you know which slot it will be? Or can I just do that in the... Ah, right there. That's where he's walking through a tent. Yeah? So I'm going to assume it's a nav mesh issue. Once we update the nav mesh, I'm sure he'll be fine. Because as you can see, he is not on his path. So we'll check that later. What was the there was a question here a second ago. How many quests should we expect in a given zone? How many levels should we expect in a single zone? Dargon, we're taking a very... Like, we want to go back and have it... we want to go back to the days where we actually didn't plan for that kind of stuff very much, and we had like random level ranges and different zones, and you really didn't know how many quests were in a zone because you 20 years later won't even know if people found all the quests. So that's going to be more the approach that we take. Cool. Yeah, and Simon, don't sweat. I'm not worried about the fact that he's passing through stuff right now. I was just kind of curious if I had messed something up or if it was the nav mesh. It's the nav mesh, which is fine. We'll fix that later once we're done with the zone, or when, you know, if we're mostly done with the zone, but a playtest is coming or whatever later, then, but I think we'll probably be done with the zone before then. So we'll come in and clean it up. Cool. All right. So we've got this. I kind of want to see... I have not messed with the dressing room in-game, but... Or at least I didn't think I have. Maybe I did before and I forgot about it. But it works in-game, right? Oops, not NPC editor. That was the wrong click. What did I just do? It's been so long since I opened that. I hope I didn't just crash things. May have just broken everything. While that's crashing or whatever it's doing, let's knock something out in data while I'm waiting for that to finish. This small mistake will cost us 50 years. It just deleted the game. It's slowly deleting the game in the background. Had that happen on a game that I was working on. I was working on a game, I won't say which, and they had patched something. Tech had made a change without notifying people as usual, and so it wasn't tested, and none of the smoke tests caught the fact that there was I think a misalignment in data. So player data, it was recording player data to the DB with an offset, which was just as it was saving each player, it was corrupting player data. And it was just slowly, well, not that slowly, it was actually fairly noticeable. It was just trashing data. And once they kind of like figured out that something was going on, they come walking over. We're like, hey, this is going on. What should we do? Maybe shut down the servers? That's wild. Right, so... Ollie was just saying how much we're actually excited. Hope that doesn't jinx us. No, we won't do that. And if we do, I mean, we'll just do what they did as well, which was like catch it, shut shit down immediately, and roll back, right? It wasn't as bad as the time that I was in customer service on EverQuest when there were the rolling server crashes, and they couldn't figure out why. And it was just... every like 10 or 15 minutes, a random server would crash. And so then initially they were trying to have us like, people were like, oh, I just looted, you know, whatever. I just looted Negafen. And so we were trying to use the logs to give people back their loot. And it was a complete clusterfuck. And then I think at some point it was like, yeah, sorry, don't know what to tell you. Play at your own risk. You're getting rolled back every you know, well, it's completely random, right? You're getting rolled back at random if you play right now. It was super stressful in customer service for that period of time. And it went on for like 2 weeks. What are your thoughts on POIs not always being tied to a series of quests at a local hub, like encountering places in the world that exist simply because they do? We're super into that. Most of what you're running into in different zones and stuff isn't tied to a local hub. There'll naturally be some quests that are local just because fictionally it makes sense. Like these salt gathering folks, there'll be a few named ones. And so they may have a quest that, you know, naturally it's shit in the zone. But as they're getting written up or whatever, the hope would then be to like send you back into Night Harbor or introduce some other people or whatever. So that you will hit things that kind of feel a little quest hubby at times just because like it makes sense. But it's not like a moving you from hub to hub to hub kind of thing. All right, so these guys are being random. Let me try to do what I was just trying to do. See if this will load up. If not, then we can pop back out to the dressing room if that's a faster way to do it. While that's going on, I will make some temporary spawn groups while it's loading. PC spawn group. Jasmine.
Yes.
Somewhere in this house is a bag of candy.
I know. I've already seen it.
You've already gotten into it, haven't
No.
you? Okay. Well, if you retrieve
Untouched.
if you retrieve the bag of candy, you can have one piece.
Oh. Something in there you don't like?
Yeah, there's some licorice in there. You can have all that shit, but only one piece. In case I need you to retrieve the bag again, I can give you all the pieces. Olo said, the more I watch these streams, my excitement for this game, I wish I pursued game development and design when I was younger. Being an athlete didn't cut it in the long run. Yeah, but don't be fooled. We make game development seem very, very cool.
Good thing I put on my superhero outfit so I can venture out and receive this bag of candy.
Ooh, thank you for my bag of candy. What flavor of licorice? I think this is just very normal licorice. What kind of licorice is your favorite, Ollie? Dude, Sweden has a lot of licorice. Would you like this licorice?
What else is there?
This licorice?
Yes.
Okay. Dutch licorice? We had, where I lived in Stockholm, we had a giant licorice store. All they sold was different licorice stuff. Right next to your apartment. Olo, were you actually an athlete? What kind of athlete were you?
Liquor is not terrible.
I do not think I've had a Spanish alcohol that tastes like licorice. Red Twizzlers, Jasmine.
It's like chewing telephone cable.
She doesn't understand. Sparrow said, big old whopper of a spring thunderstorm hitting here. Always impressive. Oh man. But it's beautiful. We had hail today. Zukin, can I set it up from in here, or does it have to be in, does it have to be in a DB? The attachment for the head. If Zukin's still out there even. Probably has to be in a DB. Okay. Do you know of, Zukin, do you know of, like a hood? Hood with mask? Ollie just found the bones. Nice. Yes, you may. Ollie had game dev chocolate last night and was so... he was bouncing off the walls. Zukin, do I put it here? Puddin said, my wife was addicted to sweets and licorice until I brought her to California. Before she came here, she had to ask me if she could be a vegetarian in California because she had a system to being one in Sweden. I almost choked trying to respond fast enough. Now she's addicted to delicious sweet fruits out here. So she doesn't eat candy. Faulty136, thank you for the follow. She barely eats candy now. That's probably healthier for her. All the candy I eat is probably why my memory is so bad. Faulty said, new fan from Bahrain. Do you know Ali? You don't, but you saw him in one of our streams. What? How do you guys not know each other? There's literally dozens of you. I've actually seen in our metrics some views from Bahrain on YouTube, I think, or our website had some hits, but I just assumed that was Ollie. Well, welcome. Sparrow said, I finally broke my sugar addiction, full carnivore, feeling awesome. I'll be honest with you, Sparrow. I could probably get rid of my sugar addiction if I actually took the time to make beef jerky, because buying it, it's just unreasonable. It's ridiculously overpriced. But yeah, I would much rather eat delicious meats than candy. Yeah, Don't give me a crazy look, Jasmine. You can take your tights, run up to the store, come back with a big pile of Jack Link beef jerky, spend the 4,000 euro that it would be to get a pile of beef jerky this big, and I would. Have you tried freeze-dried sweets like Skittles? No. You have a freeze dryer? And Olo, you never responded. Okay, there you are. You left me hanging on your story. Olo said, ended up blowing out my knee and never fully recovered 100%, depression, etc. But I played a higher level hockey as a young guy in Canada. That's a bummer, man. That's no fun. Knees are rough business. In my sort of earlier years, younger through sort of early 30s, had a lot of friends in the skateboard industry, and they were always getting their knees rebuilt. Ali said, I'd give us a 98% chance we bumped into each other. Falte said, but when I found out that a fellow Bahraini was working on an MMO, I jumped out of my seat. Yep. He is quite the man. Bounty Code is thinking of getting a dehydrator for jerky. Yeah, you know what? Oh, it's so tempting. It would pay for itself pretty quickly. As much as I hate having extra appliances and shit.
Yeah, fryer does dehydrate.
Yeah, the air fryer does dehydrate. It's also got a surface space this big, which is like it would take like hours, literally hours to make a mouthful of beef jerky. And can make jerky in the oven. Yeah, I've actually done it. It's not that bad. Good reminder. I forgot. If you put like a wooden spoon or something in the door and have it release the air, then it's not too bad. Oh, John, fair point. John knows about stuff like this. Throw said, "Yeah, I'm wanting the double basket air fryer for us. That would make cooking for 6 a lot easier." Yeah, so we were kind of unsure on the air fryer when we first got it. So I just was like, I bit the bullet and just got one that had decent reviews. And we have used it so much that I think it's actually earned an upgrade. It's gonna break down. Poor guy. We'll take it up to the the garden. Used to make jerky for a butcher shop back in the day. Pretty fun experience. How did you do it though? What? Tell me about that. Like, what's Okay, so that is the right slot. We just need to find the right right hat now. We don't have like the turban thing with the face mask, do we? Or do we? Well, I guess. Basically you just put it in the attachment field. This is what I did here, Ollie. So attachments, art test head. Hey, Pattis. What's going on, buddy? Basically just sliced the meat up thin, made our own brine, soaked it for a week, and then put it in a giant smoker in the back. Ooh, that's another way we could do it. I've got a decent sized smoker. Maybe I can make a big batch of jerky on the weekend. What? While we're at the garden? What?
Is this the home shopping channel?
Yeah, we never actually talk about game development here. Anybody watching this is just here for like jerky talk, inappropriate jokes.
Ninja Creamy? Is that thing worth it?
Yeah. Has anybody used the Ninja Creamy while we're... Is that what it's called?
That's that ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes ice cream?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Shit. We're buying more appliances. Wait, this is a game development stream? No. I mean, we did talk some shit about game development earlier in the stream. When we were being a little frisky. Bjorn says, nah, Sean sometimes teases you that he might potentially say something about the game. Like new hidden zones. Yep, I do that. Wait, you have a smoker and you don't make jerky already? Do you smoke salmon at least? What kind of transition is that? Oh yeah, I forgot. You live in California. You know what I smoke? Meat. Real meat. Meat.
Oh, there's a creamy review.
But real meat. Man meat. Smoking bears. And it wasn't even dead. That bear was not even dead when I smoked. I punched the shit out of it though. He woke up, he was like, what the hell? And I was like, I laughed at him. And we hugged it out and had a beer. By the way, before you get triggered, I'm allowed to talk like that. I've spent a fair amount of my life in Alabama. Let's see. The creamy is pretty awesome, Costanza says. I trust that review. Monsters and Meats, I think, was already taken by either Brown Butcher or Chinny D. So let's find us a hat that works. Item table. You just tell everybody you lost your pinky fighting off a grizzly. It's true. Ali, you did add it. Ali found his commit message. NPC attachment hard to find field. Also fixed fighter plate helm to hide hair. Author Ali. I love it. You're getting there. Just wait. You guys are like, why is Sean so bad at game development? Because you'd come in here and be like, hey, do you remember this about EverQuest 20 years ago? I'm like, no, I don't. Well, you added it. I'm like, I don't, whatever. Ollie, you've only been working on this game for a few years now and you already don't know what you did. You're getting to the age where I feel like I should be purchasing a smoker soon. Be More Gaming? Absolutely. It's not really an age thing. Getting a smoker is not like you get at a certain age and then you buy a smoker. What it is you get a smoker and then you come of age. Should be able to make jerky and M&M? Without a doubt. Excuse me. Let's find something. Let's do this the faster way. I'm going to ass jerky like in Fallout. That show is not bad. I'm gonna continue to update my Discord in my garden channel with just random pictures of the garden that we have. So if you're interested in that, you can go there. But only go there if you're serious about gardens, and I'll maybe smoke some jerky and take a picture. Fallout show is pretty good, but they got some of the lore wrong. It's true, but you know what? That happens. Like Shady Sands fell in 2077, but Shady Sands existed in 2277, but it existed in 2283 when Fallout New Vegas took place. Yeah, some people were kind of pissed about the retcon there. Oh my god, why am I eating candy at 10 p.m.? Wait a second. I'm putting this up. Jasmine was in here talking to me, so I thought it was like 8:30 or something. Ollie, why is this taking so long? Hey, Mr. Cow. Slipping Sand, thank you for the follow. Download more RAM? I can't. My pipes are all clogged up. Mr. Cow said, I haven't caught a stream in a hot minute. It's true. Where have you been? We were looking for you. Oh wait, I won't be able to, well, maybe I'll be able to. Yeah, it's got an item here. Where is this hat? Wait. No, I won't be able to. I have to switch to player. Slippin' Sand said, watch a lot of your EQ interviews. Feared I'd see how the stream goes. Oh, man. Well, I hope you're not expecting much. We kind of play it loose and silly here. He gets very naked on stream. Beware. It's true. It's the new Twitch meta. Fun fact, I worked with the guy at SOE who developed /pizza in EQ. Did you work with the guy from SOE? Or did you work with the guy who did it while you were at SOE? Sparrow said you should see the stream where he's had a monster. Sassy as hell. You think the Red Bull didn't get me a little frisky? It's already wearing off. I'm crashing. Okay. You worked at PlayStation in town though? Like the one that's wherever? It's not in San Diego. I thought it was somewhere nearby. San Mateo. Yeah. Let's look at the equipment. Yeah, we had a number of people. A lot of people did not want to leave like the San Diego area, so they wound up bouncing around to different places. Some good folks wound up over, was it SCEA or Head? There we go. Let's see. So we got a nice hood, but we don't have a mask. Now it's SIE? What is that? Want to play a bit with us? It's 10 o'clock, buddy. It'll wind up running a little bit late. I have not been as productive as I wanted to be. Sony Interactive Entertainment. Fair enough, that makes sense. Otherwise, I'd love to be in there with you. I gotta find a hood with a mask. We need a turban with a mask. We'll take a spot. $150,000. Okay, we'll start with this. And then we'll recolor it, I think. Needs a face wrap with a turban like Lawrence of Arabia riding through a desert on a camel. Exactly. So the way it works is it just pulls in the item you put in there. Yeah, but I wanted to recolor. Basically, I wanted to make a new item that was a recolored version of this. And then pull that item in. Or am I just missing the obvious step, Zukin? So this item is Executioner's Hood. Spoiler. Oh, well, it helps if I'm on the right frickin' table. There's no fault to it. You saved the day, buddy. This is the new Doom game that was announced. I would joke about that, but I think I could probably get in trouble for that. If you make the item, you could just make it go on all mercs in glass flats via faction selector plus zone selector. Set it to no drop. Or I could just add it to the 5 NPCs that I have in the attachment spot. Ollie. Trying to get fancy. You can't change its color in the attachment spot? But I can change its color in the database, right? This is an entirely new item, no? You guys need to realize I'm occasionally right. Don't let the... You know what? I act dumb a lot just to make you, you know... Just to make you like me. I act dumb and silly. You're always right. Now that's too far. Now you're taking it too far. All hail the handsome dictator who's always right. That's what I like to hear. Norm MacDonald of game dev. Oh my god, that would be so good if that was true. Is it Linart or is it Inart? I always get confused if that's a lowercase L or uppercase I at the beginning of people's names. What error am I causing? Okay. The handsome dictator. It's an L. Perfect. I like that. The handsome dictator has no pants on is what's going on. All right, so let's see what this I think, yeah, we'll do it for these guys, but I think I went like grayscale with the rest of their outfits, the salt gatherers. What would grayscale look like, just in case? The artists would be like, don't use grayscale. It begins with G. Well, I'm gonna use it just to see. But it'll be interesting to see. They may need a separate hood. They may need a different hood just for the guards, and then a need to dig into making some custom lerps for salt gear, aka more white, more contrast. More lerps in general would be awesome. Is that a battle scar or appendix operation? Oh man, ogres, they like to party. That's just a party scar. And we'll come over here and we'll do the other color. What was the previous color that looked good? Yeah, we'll do that. Brown leather 2 for these guys. I think it'll work with their gear more, but we'll see. All right. Back. Enter. So which items will not have a graphic on the paper doll? Sleeves, bracelets, rings, necklaces, earrings only. So jewelry, currently no graphics. Sleeves have become the undershirt. Goblin and Zukin. At some point soon it'd be cool to, but probably not tonight. Hop on a call and follow up on that art discussion. Alright, so these guys are still rocking the old one. So we'll go back to their NPCs. Are people in here? Okay. Need a fog elemental that only comes out when there's fog. It's doable. It's doable. And we've got an air elemental already. Ghost pirates. Yes, we do need to do that. Corvid, I agree with you. There we go. Yes. Wonderful. Look at that. Teamwork makes the dream work. Sandstorm would be great for whirling dervishes. Yes, that is on our list. Sandwiches. We used to joke about that a lot, but then we decided we're not going to do it. How do you pronounce Pyrmos? I've been saying, sometimes I say Pyrmos, sometimes I say Permos. And so these guys look different than the ones you'll meet up. If you go up and around this corner, you see them. They've got a fortress up on the hill. Need saw elementals. Identical to rock elementals, but more delicious. There we go. Look at what I'm targeting. Dargith, I've got you. We need to get a different texture on the elementals though. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the hoods on Gyros mercenaries. Do you like gyros? What happens if you lick assault elemental? We don't have the ability to lick NPCs yet. Ollie, we're gonna put that on a list though. Yeah, but that's kind of cheating. Wouldn't that be funny? Oh, you guys are right. Imagine being hit by a salt elemental makes you more delicious. Should make you thirsty. I think we can do that. All right, let's go back to... Ollie said, okay, story time. I need to go find some candy. Sean, your streams aren't good for my health. I'm sorry. I didn't see the for my health part at first, and I was like, I read it as Ollie saying, Sean, your streams aren't good. I was like, oh no. Womp womp. So sad. That was going to be the end for me. I was like, I'm never streaming again. All right, let's look at... $68. See if this works. Sometimes it doesn't work. Actually, I really like some boiled egg right now. Ollie, you gotta watch eating this late, buddy. It's not good for your health. It's 11:30 where you're at. Feldane says, reading some Robert E. Howard's Conan stories, and in one of them, they just encountered this massive stone wall in the jungle, climbed up to the top, and it's the only thing that pierces the jungle canopy. Would make a cool zone idea. That would, yeah. I like that. Gotta feed that big brain of his. That's true. That is a fair point. Ollie does have a big ol' Ollie brain. It does require energy. Yeah, there's a bug. It hasn't been adding the spawn group while placing them, unfortunately. Leonard asks, will the races have different stats associated with them? or traits. Fairly certain traits, there'll be some different options based on race. Stats... Unsure. That's a good question for Discord. On one hand, we like the various differentiation. On the other hand, we'll have to watch that we're not creating too many, we're not encouraging certain people to only play certain races. Essentially, we don't want to like force people into metas. Though I'm sure over time we can have it balance out, right? So these guys are here. Hey, Dark and Sad, what's going on, buddy? What'd you miss? Not much. I just adjusted the NPC position for spawn number 69 in this zone. There you go. Good timing, buddy. Eating a chicken dinner with potato wedges and Pepsi Zero. Alright. Alright, sounds good. Everybody's talking about food. It's 10:30 p.m. You're talking about food. Kind of bummed me out a little bit because now I want food. Does anybody here drink a lot of sparkling water? Bet you D-Love's Pudding does. Man, everybody does apparently. Wonder if that dude survived eating the cake he did. Sparkling water in Germany is just called normal water. Yeah, I once asked one of my coworkers why Germans always drink sparkling. I was like, why do you always go for the bubbly water? And he had this wonderful like German / British English Disney character voice, and he said, "Because we Germans love the sparkling things in life." I was like, oh shit, that's pretty hilarious. Sorry, stream time is when I'm cooking dinner. Yeah, you know, it's okay. Well, that spawn table is not how it should be. Oh, I bet I know what's going on. Come on, man. Well, let me check. But did that not save earlier? No, it did. It did. Do we have any other zones ready to show off? Yeah, we've got a handful or two. If you stick around or if you watch the VODs, you can definitely see them. Now, if you're saying you've seen all the ones in the VODs, then maybe no. Will Veil of Zyntar ever actually look like a veil? Well, here's the trick with that one. It used to. Velaroth says, can you show us how your content tooling has developed or evolved up to now? I'm interested in that sort of thing. It's mainly evolved in the sense that we've just gotten more and more functionality, but the core idea, if you go back, like I can show you, I could probably dig up a video from 2021, probably like a year in. We already had the ability to, on this side of content at least, in terms of like NPC placement and you know, handling base pop and things like that. We integrated essentially everything's in a relational database, right? And we integrated our DB into into Unity. Have these nice windows over here, and just kept layering in more functionality. So additional spawn commands and things of that nature. I think I was showing this the other night. Like if you look here, we've got a pretty simple system, but essentially we save out these are rows in the DB and the zone spawn command table that links to zone spawn, and it's an index that it runs through. Pretty straightforward, but we have a bunch of different commands that we can fire. It keeps it simple, but a lot of the behavior that we're looking for isn't actually isn't super complex, right? We're not here to like blow you away with crazy scripted fidelity. Kind of think it detracts from the type of experience that we're making actually, unless it's an event. You know, you're fighting a certain mob that you're in an encounter that we really want to feel a bit more dynamic. So a lot of what we've got set up is just meant to allow us to move pretty fast and keep it simple. But these tools have been refined a few times, so they work better. It's a bit cleaner. Keith and Ali have done a lot of work on this front. I mean, we've got a shitload of little tools. We actually just added a new designer to the team. Yeah, it's interesting. I haven't mentioned that. It'll be in the update, but we just added a new game designer to the team. Yeah, that just happened. So I'll be curious to get his read on what he thinks about the tools, because he worked on EverQuest 2 for like 9 years or something like that and has worked on other games. So I'd be curious to see what he thinks once he looks at it. What are some tools you hope to add to make content development better, more efficient? You do a lot of EQ emulator content development, so it's cool to see how different projects interact with database and stuff. Again, I think for me, it's a little, just speaking personally, it's a little less about new tools, right? Like little things that we were just showing off, like the dressing room is actually a pretty big help. And a lot less typing in data, bouncing the zone, iterating and looking at it and stuff, right? So I think it's more about just kind of getting the little bits of functionality that we need. And I feel like we've got pretty solid tools to make stuff already. If you're familiar with our systems, Valoroth, we've got tools that work with our MUD actions, our interactive, we have text-based interactions in the environment. And the way that the tools are structured, Ollie's done a good job of making it so that functionality that we have in quests is all, it's also available over when we're doing something like, triggering responses with MUD actions. They both interact well with things like volumes or our static system, all of that. So the tools, I feel like, are in a good spot. Really what we need is just more reps for the designers on the team to get more and more comfortable with the tools. Putting a little bit more track in front of the train in places with regards to lore. And then really just having some time to be a bit more heads down and getting content into the game. And then as more people are doing that, I think that will reveal the need for, tweaks to the tools or whatever. If you're working on an emulator, I've heard that, I don't know, but I've heard a fair number of things are like different teams, and I've worked on different teams that have done sort of more like Lua scripting or different scripting for even basic behaviors and stuff. And honestly, I'd say, just having everything in a database in very sort of simple tables where it's easy for you to understand the logic on how they relate to each other, and it's easy to sort of modify and add in a bit of functionality and have that propagate out to other linked systems. Yeah, I think that's kind of where it's at. Is this just MySQL? Yeah, I thought so. Ollie, it's just MySQL, right? Oh, I hate when I do that. I just minimized everything. Belleros said, yeah, keeping it less script-centric and more DB-centric probably makes sense. A lot easier to iterate. It's a lot easier to audit as well. The other thing that, it's my belief after working on different tool sets, it's also good to have some nice logical constraints, right? So, first said to add on to Sean, I can't think of many new tools on the content side, maybe something with icons. Yeah, but even that, like just having the, if we just have a decent list, which we do, and we just get in there and, brute force some things. The guys that are more technical, Nick and others that are good with SQL and stuff, can do more things in sort of batch operations, like batch manipulation of data. I'm very just sort of old school, and I'm a trained monkey. It's been forever since I had a SQL course. I did some online. Maybe I should dust that off. But I'm just like, I just brute force it. Lots of copy and pasting and just coming in here. And so what was I doing? Oh, speaking of, so we've just added these guys in. They're in 2 different outfits because I forgot to make, even though that's a pretty rad outfit on her. So the ladies have this shirt instead of this one. The guys will have this one because they're a little more rugged. Let me know what you think. I can actually put it on both. It just seemed like a fair amount of cleavage to be getting blasted with salt. So, but hey, you guys let us know what you think in the comments below. Because I can easily swap their shirts over. So we'll bounce the zone one more time. Are you pro cleavage? I can fix that real quick. Okay. It's like Burning Man out there. It is. Burning Man's very alkali. Very rough on your skin. I haven't been there. It's not really my thing, being sandy. But so I've heard. Alright, so we'll do that. So we'll bounce the zone really quick. Swoopsy! What's going on? Dargon said, I've been learning 3D art in Blender this week. My goal is to get at least one item I made into the game, into this game before I die. Right on. Stop. Stop it. I blame Unity. John Crichton, what's going on? I sure hope it doesn't. You know what? Oh my god. Why is it so locked up? I have no idea what I just did. Recent files modified 3 years ago. Yeah. Last modified. So I was gonna dig up that old video. That's what it's doing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I just shut the video folder that I was actually looking for. Let me do that one more time. Because I was just getting these videos for Blink to do some video editing. I was uploading them. So let me find... Because I've got one of these really, really old ones. Speaking of Blender. That was before that was even a project. That was literally before we even had a project. Hey, Swanee. Here we go. This is what the game looked like in 2021. So Shaded Dunes is still kind of recognizable, I guess. But yeah, just speaking of Blender. And there used to be a... Find that old stuff.
Different. So I'm not exporting into FBXs anymore. I've basically thrown.
This was our first day-night cycle Ollie put in. That was your voice, Ollie. You want to hear some more?
Probably because we're on Blender, we can get away with a lot of stuff. Yeah, cool. I mean,
I was so sleepy during this video. My eyes were burning so bad I had contacts in. Yeah. Were you on earlier when we were the idea that hint of was just looking? Where's Ollie's voice?
Optimizing from, probably optimizing from mobile phones or something. We've only done indoor environments so far, so we haven't seen.
That's so awesome.
Can you hear everything okay?
Yep, see?
Pretty good.
Blender, buddy.
Normal.
You just keep working on Blender.
Here, so just had it scheduled for a bit later. How are you guys doing?
So, we've come a ways. Going down Monsters and Memories Lane. Nice. I dig it. Alright, so we've got these guys. I think I ruined it. I gotta go back and give them the different shirt. But we'll give them their hats for now. And I'll fix her shirt after breaking it. Cool, so we got some hoods. The hood doesn't really match even in grade scale, but it's not horrible. So hypothetically, if you make untextured items, they're still usable, right? Someone else can paint them. Yeah. Painting's a big part of the battle, though. Looks like they match the pants. Yeah, they match the trim on the shirt if we're not going with the cleavage shirt. Roughly. You know we have boy-girl texture variation in. I have not used that at all in this. It's very important to have matching outfits while harvesting salt. Well, you gotta know who's on your team. Whew. All right. So we're hitting that point. We're hitting that point in the stream. It is 10:54. My next stream, because today's Wednesday, my next stream will be Monday. So that'll give us plenty of time to get some stuff done. We can look at that. We can look at whatever's gotten done between now and Monday on Monday. Thanks for being here, everybody. I have to go back and figure out what we actually talked about for the name of this for the name of this VOD. What would be a good name for this VOD? Before you leave, what would be a good name for this VOD? Come on. Help me out so I don't have to think about it later. Leonard, you're welcome. Thanks for being here. Dark Inside, see you. Morak, thanks for hanging out with us. Dragon, see you, buddy. E10. The E10 stream. Maybe. Glowed Sticks, thank you for the follow. We may have to work that in there. Feldane, you have a great day. Make sure I didn't miss anybody, okay? I'm going down. Springfield, take care. Eating candy at 10 p.m. Olo, that may be a contender. E10 donation. A lot of people are saying E10, so it may just, that's going to be it, I think. Meats and memories. E10, meats and memories. Eating meats and memories. I think that'll work. We've pieced it together. Choclar, thanks for being here. Dargon, see you. Quixana, have a great weekend yourself. Jintaki. Spiders and salt, maybe. I think eaten meats and memories. Quixana. Yeah. Well, it's the weekend for me. I mean, minus the part where there's all the work. See you, Olo and Fadish. See you. Swanee, yeah. Later, Possum. Salty chat. Oh, I like that too. Good one, Springfield. Later, Be More. Later, Lich. This is Unity, Glowed Sticks. You're very welcome. Thanks for being here. Sodium chloride. I think eaten meats and memories is still the best so far. Thanks for being here, Sparrow, and for sharing all your food stories while I'm hungry. See you, Ali. Jerk Squad tips. Corthan, later. Change your vote to meats and memories. All right. Later, DDJ. See you, Swanee. See you, Talit. Good night, Nick. Glowed Sticks, if you want to talk about Godot until your fingers fall off, jump in our Discord and ping Ollie. He loves it. See you, Isan. Bumanji, take care. Oh no, you're just making it worse, Sparrow. They all look delicious. Later, Archmage. See you, Justin Beard, CEO of Burgers and Coffee LLC. Alright, guys. I'll see you in Discord, probably. And I will definitely, I will see you on Monday. Take care.